Hi folks, a bit throaty this morning. Right, this is 3mm MDF. It's much softer than the 2mm. It's more the consistency of hardboard, and I've rubbed it down. I've given it a good coat of PVA glue, only one coat, and the wet tends to raise the fibrous surface of the board. It's a lovely surface to work on. I'm going to use, I'm going to do the sky with a brush, and the landscape I'm going to do with the knives, or a knife. So I know the mountainous ones seem to be quite popular, so let's put a bit of a slope here. Don't make your slopes the same. Something like that. Now what we want is some bodies of water. Something like that. And we can have bit of landscape there. So I'll invent something as I go along. This doesn't exist. It's just a purely made up drawing, but I've done a number of things with that shape. You want something in the middle, well, slightly off centre. Maybe I'll go up higher with one. What you don't want is the focal point to be right in the middle. So here we are. We've got some linseed oil with a bit of dryer in it. We've got cadmium red deep. Still waiting for my ordinary cad red big tube. Ultramarine, light red ochre, cadmium yellow pale. Excuse me, coughing. And yellow ochre, which is a good mixer with the light red. Oh, the red ochre, shall I say. Now, if the red ochre behaves the same as the light red, which is this one, this is the Winton, this is slightly darker, very similar, but the light red, when mixed with a bit of white, it goes sort of pink, and it gives a gorgeous tint to the clouds. So I'll start with getting some nice sort of blue, just get a colour on there, bit of white in it. Now if I have a dark horizon, clouds, I'm going to have to make all this light, which is okay, but I think I prefer it more traditional light just coming over the hill. Right, well, let's get a bit of oil on there. I'm not going to use that brush, it's a bit short. Where's the one I cleaned yesterday? That one. That's a better one. There's oil in there, so let's just, quick way of doing it, isn't it? Just plaster the colour on to start with. Now, probably these need priming twice. But if the paint soaks into the board, then a bit of retouch varnish would soon lift it out. Okay, clean the brush through me bit of towel. let's go a bit of dark back across there. We can refine all this as we go along. Now let's see what we can do with this sky. A bit of yellow. A touch of red, that red ochre. Touch of ordinary red in that. This surface is really good. It's gripping the paint. Anybody watch Grayson Perry? I think from Monday evening. It's a portrait challenge. Grayson Perry is a really interesting guy. I like him. I like his work. He got his own angle on things. He's very original. Him and his wife are also potters. And he likes dressing up. He's a transvestite. But he's a fascinating guy. Get some more oil on there. Okay, I'm quite reasonably happy with that. Let's get some of that lighter blue in there. But try to avoid making patterns. It's only there just to hold me board on the larger board underneath. There's quite a lot of oil on that. Now let's just test this red ochre with a bit of white. I think the white is stronger than the red. Oh, that's a better colour. I used burnt sienna yesterday. Now I'll put some shadow back. Red and blue. Well, I think we're all getting stir crazy, aren't we, with missing family and friends. No, let's stick now. We'll stick to oil. Okay, well that's quite subtle. I'm going to leave that. Now I'm going to get into the oil. I've got a bit of paper to my left, clipped to the board, so I can just scrape my knife along rather than muck up another bit of toweling. Okay, so what colour should we have for those distant? Well, distance is blue, isn't it? But we need to modify. I'm going to use a lot of paint covering this. Yeah. It looks like the Matterhorn. Oh, well, we'll get a bit of lighter stuff in there. Put a bit of interest in that bit of scoop there. Okay, no, let's not labour too much on that. Now we've got a different shape now, so come up to this peak here. It's a darker version of that, I think. Just mix a load of different colours here. Start to warm up. What we try to do is not have just plain colours. That's not what I meant to say really. What we want is a lot of colour in the flat areas to give an impression of a lot going on. I got a bit dark on that. Just vary it, otherwise it just makes for monotony. Sort of a bit of a valley there. There are no rules to this, I make it up as I go along. Alright, let's have a little bit of yellow in there. Bit of light red. Bit of blue. or red. See what that comes out like. I don't want too many planes in it. Bit darker. My board's getting a bit wobbly. Maybe I have to use another bit. Get a bit of light yellow in here. Now, let's do a bit on the other side. You might not be pleased to know I've got another 3 of these boards prepared. So the first thing I did this morning was cut some MDF. Try and keep it a bit soft on the edges. Sorry, my head's in the way. I'm inventing mountain ranges that don't exist. And why not? Oh, that's a bit of interest. So what I'm doing is just trying to make it interesting, not to create any sort of realism. And I've only got a very limited palette. So we're basically using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colours. I saw a photograph of on one channel of a watercolour palette, one of the metal boxes, but with all the tiny little compartments with about 50 different colours. God. More colours, more confusion. But it tends to be the beginners that do that. But of course, there's just nothing wrong with it. I'm not criticising. Well, I am. But getting the best brushes and having all the paints doesn't make you an artist. You paint with your head. You know, it's just quite like that bit. Just get that bit of light through there. Just catch a little bit of light. And now we'll put in a bit of water. Put some trees or something along there. Now probably that should have a bit of the sky colouring, shouldn't it? We'll put a little bit of that mauvey blue. It's a bit better, maybe a bit darker. Smooth that out. Okay, that's that bit done. How are we doing for time? 22 minutes. Now we want some, let's have some, I'll bring it down a bit further and put some trees in. Right, now we want some dark, so let's have some blue and yellow, quite a bit of blue and a bit of red. So we've got a dark green, might take that water further over. Need more of that. So that's a dark, really dark green. I'm going to bring that water across there a bit, I think. This is what happens when you stop relying on photographs and using your own imagination. I've got no vision in my head. I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm just adding things, bits of light, just sort of that. And put some of that lovely colour over there. I was really inspired by one of my old customers. When I was a one-man band carpet fitting business, and I've had a lot of fabulous people over 40 years. And one was a lady who would paint oil knife paintings, but a quarter that size. But they were so attractive, and I don't know what I was doing at the time. Well, I was painting, trying to learn to do watercolours with loads of colours, no doubt. Until, of course, I found Ron Ranson, or he found me, and I'm often asked where the palette comes from, and it comes from Ron Ranson. It's a UK, European, North European basic palette that does for most things. If you go to southern Spain or Africa, you'll need a different palette. You'll have a job to go with the brilliant colours with the ones I'm using, but I'm sure you can. Right, now I need a bit more of that red. I'm lost in this. There's something there I don't like. I'll sort that out. The reason I'm doing so many oils rather than watercolours is that I prefer doing them. I've done so many hundreds, thousands of watercolours, but this seems to be my current mode. I'm very happy doing these. I'm going to carry that over because I can then take that bit of mountain up and into it. I'm really painting with, literally painting with the knife. Alright, well let's come and do this bit here now. Nice and now that's quite a big piece of painting to do here. Now, just getting a bit of colour on there. Let's warm it up. Bit of dark on here, those rocks there. Right, okay, now we'll bring that sweep up there, I think. Any man's green. Okay. Dark silhouette. I love getting to that bit where I can stick it in the frame. Let's have some rocks in here. Just blue and red. Put a little bit of bleach there. Okay, now we can get a sort of slaty grey. Bit of shadow in there. Just on the fiddly bits now. So those counter change there. Oh right, I've got to do a bit there. Go on, get that dog in isolation. Right, well okay, well that's it. 39 minutes, 40 minutes, that's pretty good. Okay, let's put it in the frame. Two pins. There we are. Do a bit there. Okay, well, what have we got? We've got a very soft sky, we blended, and light over shining on those distant mountains. Got that nice in the cooler one here. Well, we've got a warmer one there. But I think it holds together. By doing that, you sort of glide into the painting. Goes in. We could, I suppose. Oh, this would be a bit tricky. But and rehearse. Oh, that'll do. Couple of, well, I'll just make one a little bit larger. That's it. That'll do. Got to clean that brush now. Right, I hope you like that, folks. I'll zoom in. Can't do too much of this. Couple of yachts, rocks. Tried a bit of a beach here. I hope you like it, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. I'll let you look at it for a few seconds.